Fieldwork at Kasenyi Fish landing site. So these are actual fieldwork that we want to go through, and to help you to understand fieldwork at Kasenyi Fish landing site. So these are actual fieldwork that we want to go through, and to help you understand how to answer the question of fieldwork. So it is the same that you can take and use and answer that number in geography about fieldwork. So we are saying our interest here is just to go on point, having seen the preamble and how having gone through the do's and the don'ts. Here we are now in the actual fieldwork, and then we are going to do two things at a go. We shall be in the actual, at the same time look at the follow-up, write a report. So whatever you have here, whatever we are going to go through here, is as simple as final. You just understand this and you're good to go. You just use it and you're good to go to answer that number in fieldwork. So our topic is the growth and development of Kasenyi Fish landing site on the north shores of Lake Victoria in Wakiso district. So we are saying right now, we have finished the pilot. Now we are sitting together and we are deriving our topic. And we have come up with this topic, which is the growth and development of Kasenyi Fish landing site on the northern shores of Lake Victoria in Wakiso district. So having done the topic, now we can use the topic to derive the objectives below, as we can see them below there. So number one, we are saying to find out the location of Kasenyi Fish landing site. We don't know where it is, so our interest to move into the field is to understand the location, to find out the historical background of Kasenyi Fish landing site, to find out the factors for the location and growth of Kasenyi Fish landing site. You may wonder why we are only looking at to find out. Yes, we are using such a simple English. Don't complicate things. So it's as simple as that. So, and you, when you're giving objectives, you don't need all this. We've given you all this so that you have enough sample space to pick from. You need like 3, 2, and you're done with that. Most cases they even ask for 2. So in case they've asked for 6, 5, you have enough here. We have over 8 plus. So we are saying to find out the future prospects of Kasenyi Fish landing site, to find out the solution to the problems facing Kasenyi Fish landing site, to find out the problems facing Kasenyi Fish landing site, and many others, plus the fish species that is landing on this landing site. So our interests here are the objectives. Why are we driving these objectives? These are the objectives that will help us to, number one, to manage our field's work study, to program our field work study, to have a goal to achieve in our field work study. So basically, these are the objectives and the topic that we are using. Moving on, having seen the topic and the objectives. So we are saying next to this is the methods we are going to use. So we have decided to use the following methods. Number one, observation, interview, recording, sketching, literature review, map orientation, measurement, spacing, questionnaire. Those are the objectives we are going to use. So in case you've been questioned on the objectives you used, these are the objectives. As we said earlier, that when you are starting under the objectives of fieldwork, actual fieldwork, or finding out the data, and I've asked you on the methods you used, we are saying the approach is, number one, you have to define the method, state the method, define the method, show us how you use the method, and then go ahead and give us the information you obtained after using that method. For example, let's give observation. So we are saying an observation. I used the observation method. That you now that I used observation method, full stop. That is, now you have stated the method. Then you proceed on to say observation is the use of our eyes. Sometimes we call naked eyes. I don't know why they say naked, but the use of our eyes. They say naked because you have not closed them. Okay, the use of our eyes, or the use of the eye, are we there? To see geographical information, to analyze geographical information in the field. As simple as that. Then you continue and show us how you used it. Then you say, I used my eyes to see, are we there? The landing site, or I used my eyes to see the fish species that are caught or that land at Kasenyi Fish landing site. So what you saw is the information that you obtained. Are we together? Then how you used it is that you used your eyes. Don't again repeat the method in the use. No. Don't say, I observed. No, that is wrong. I interviewed. No, that is wrong. I recorded. No, that is wrong. I sketched. No, that is wrong. So we are saying in the method, when you're explaining the method, don't use the method again, as we said earlier. So under observation, I used my eyes to see. Under interview, I asked. You see that? So and so. Under recording, I wrote down. You see that? Or I took a photo. You see that? Under sketching, I drew the sketch map of Kasenyi Fish landing site. So under measurements, I used a tape measure. Under pacing, I used my feet to find out. Under questionnaire, I set out a paper with questions to ask A, B, and C. So you don't repeat a method in your explanation. This is important. That's why I'm stressing it so much. So moving on, we are saying the tools we are using. In case you've been questioned on the tools you used. One, we are saying meter rule, pens. It depends on what you've used. Video recorder, voice recorder, which is rare, but if you used it, it's okay. Camera, it's okay. But in most cases, we use a pen, a book, a maybe a bucket where we put our samples, and many others. So moving on, we are saying we want to look at the preparation. Now we have started with number 1, as we said earlier. So what did you do before you moved to the field work? So we are explaining the preparation you made before going for field work. So this is question number 3. In case 1, they were asking us the topic, which we gave, the growth and development of Kasenyi Fish landing site, and then the objectives, the one we have just given. Now this other is another question also altogether. So we are saying, in case they ask us about what did we do before we moved out for field work, this is what we have to give, and we are saying it must be arranged in order in a PTOM way. PTOM is an acronym, is an abbreviation, is a formula for you not to forget and how to write them. And we're saying P is pilot, T is topic, O is objective, M is methods. So we are saying sample questions here is explain the steps you took before going for fieldwork, explain the pre-field work activities that you carried out, and all these others are the same. So what they're asking you is to explain the steps you took before you moved out. So number 1. So we're saying our teacher identified the area of study and went for a pilot study at Kasenyi Fish landing site to find out whether it would be possible to carry out fieldwork and get permission from the management of fish or Kasenyi Fish landing site. Now that's a pilot study. Who did it? It was the teacher. Now we move on to topic. We sat down and chose a topic, or I chose a topic in case it was only you that carried out this fieldwork. Now you may ask, what if it was only me who went? Now you say, I did the pilot study because it was only you to find out whether the area is okay for my topic. Now when it comes to objective and you are alone, you say, I chose a topic, or I derived the topic. But now we are using this because it's a class. We chose the topic of study, and it was the growth and development of Kasenyi Fish landing site on the north shores of Lake Victoria in Wakiso district. So don't just stop at we chose a topic. No, state it. What topic did you choose? Because we need to connect to your field work. Then number 3 is objectives. You state and say we formulated objectives of study, and these included, give like 3 examples or 2. So here we have just given like 3. So we are saying to find out the location of Kasenyi Fish landing site. That is 1. To find out the historical background of Kasenyi Fish landing site. Actually we gave 2. And so now just bring out some examples to show that you understand what you're writing. Then lastly we are saying we select the methods to be used during the field work, and this included observation, interviewing, and measurements. And we also got the tools to be used in the field, and then we set off for the field. So basically what is more important are these 4 steps When you state them, you will qualify for those marks in case the question comes and asking you to describe the pre-fieldwork steps that you carried out, or the preparation for your fieldwork, or how you organize for your fieldwork, as these questions are stating right here. So in case you get one of these questions, these are the answers. This is how you answer it. Moving on, we want now to look at how we manage to so these are other steps to follow after your method. So we select the tools to be used during the fieldwork, and these included the pens, the pencil, the maps, and whatever. We sought permission from the school administration to allow us to go out to the field, and our teacher organized us in groups to ensure that we organized and we get what we needed from the field. So this is now the pre-fieldwork steps. So one, we are saying pilot, topic, objective, method, tools, permission, and then you organized in groups and you're good to go. That is it. When that question comes again, please, that's how you answer this number. So moving on,